Greetings, esteemed viewer. Today, we are peeling back the layers of a conversation that is not only necessary, but also, more often than not, shrouded in the darkness of misconceptions and stigmas. We are about to shine a flashlight on a topic that many choose to disregard, underestimate, or misunderstand. Our focal point? The mental health issue of depression. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill topic. It's a silent pandemic that echoes in the lives of millions worldwide. A chilling phantom that hovers over countless lives, casting a pall on their joy, tranquility, and prosperity. Depression is a formidable adversary, a psychological warfare waged within the labyrinth of the human psyche. It's a state of perpetual sorrow that plants its roots in the heart, but spills over, influencing every fiber of a person's life. Depression is an unseen enemy that shows no favoritism. It could invade the life of any individual, disregarding age, gender, or socioeconomic background. It is a vast, potent sea that engulfs people's spirits, permeating into their daily routines, their bonds with others, their vocational commitment, and the core of their overall well-being. The reverberations of depression don't stop at the borders of an individual's mental health. It cascades down, reshaping their physical health, hampering their cognitive functions, and wreaking havoc in their personal connections. But the ripple effect extends even further. Depression also leaves a significant societal footprint, dampening productivity, leading to economic downturns, and adding to the global health burden. Now, let's dig a bit deeper and shed light on some commonly asked questions about the impact of depression on daily lives, relationships, work, and overall well-being. Q. How can depression impact a person's daily life? A. Depression can lead to feelings of worthlessness and a loss of interest in ordinary activities, making even the simplest of tasks feel overwhelming. Q. What is the effect of depression on relationships? A. Depression can cause an individual to withdraw from their loved ones, leading to feelings of isolation and strained relationships. Q. What about work? How does depression affect a person's productivity? A. Depression can decrease a person's ability to concentrate, make decisions, or even perform basic job functions, leading to decreased productivity and potential job loss. Q. How can depression affect overall well-being? A. Depression's effects are holistic, impacting not just emotional health but also physical health, cognitive function, and overall quality of life. Today, we aim to spark a dialogue, dispel myths, and raise awareness about this psychological condition, which is so often misunderstood and stigmatized. Our goal is to shed light on a condition that grips millions globally, influencing their daily routines, interpersonal relationships, vocational dedication, and overall health and happiness. Depression, as we know it, is a complex mental health disorder, much more than just the occasional sadness or a bad day that everyone encounters. It's an emotional state of mind that is deeply rooted, extending far beyond experiencing a single rough day or waking up on the wrong side of the bed. It's not about feeling glum due to gloomy weather or a small setback, but rather a profound darkness that seems to envelop the soul, an unshakable feeling of deep despair that permeates the mind, heart, and body. This overwhelming sadness isn't momentary, a fleeting emotion that comes and goes like a passing cloud. No, depression is a consistent, relentless melancholy that persists for elongated periods of time, spanning weeks, months, or even enduring years. Imagine being trapped in a dense fog that refuses to clear. It obscures the sunlight of joy, hiding the vibrant colors of life behind its gray veil. Depression is often characterized by an eerie emptiness, a hollow vacuum inside that feels all-consuming, or a sense of hopelessness that pervades every thought and feeling. It manifests like being trapped in a tunnel with no visible light at the end, a seemingly endless maze with no clear way out. This mental state gnaws at the very essence of who you are, ruthlessly peeling away your passions, interests, and the zest for life which once defined you. Activities, hobbies, and passions that once ignited a spark in you, which were once a source of joy and exhilaration, suddenly lose their charm. The things you once loved doing now feel like burdens, chores that you're obligated to do rather than enjoy. With depression, even the simplest pleasures of life become difficult to appreciate, let alone enjoy. Another disturbing facet of depression is the never-ending struggle with fatigue and constant lethargy. person feels drained, perpetually exhausted, as if they're carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, making even the smallest tasks feel like mountainous challenges. Depression also brings about changes in sleep and appetite that don't seem normal or healthy. It's not just about eating too little or too much, sleeping too little or too long. It's about the feeling of not being in control of your own body, of your own life. Now let's delve into a Q&A section to further enhance our understanding of this persistent feeling of sadness, emptiness, or hopelessness that lasts for weeks, months, or even years. 1. Q. How does one distinguish between regular sadness and depression? A. Regular sadness is a normal human emotion that everyone experiences at times, often triggered by specific situations or events. However, depression is a persistent feeling of sadness that extends beyond affecting daily life and functionality. 2. Q. Can one feel emptiness without being depressed? A. While it's normal to feel a sense of emptiness from time to time, persistent feelings of emptiness could be a symptom of depression or another mental health disorder. 3. Q. Is a sense of hopelessness always a sign of depression? A. Although feelings of hopelessness can be associated with depression, it is not always a definitive sign. However, if these feelings persist over a long duration and interfere with daily life, it could signify depression or another mental health issue. Hence, depression is not just a simple feeling of sadness, it's a somber reality that affects millions around the world. Depression is a multifaceted monster, a convoluted conundrum that has been confounding mankind for ages, earning its place as one of the most fascinating yet formidable health conditions to decipher. Its genesis is anything but straightforward, not simply linked to a single underlying cause, but a convoluted concoction, drawing strands from diverse facets of existence which, in combination, spin a menacing mosaic. Born from a myriad of elements, depression draws its potency from biological influences. These include the genetic factors and the chemical imbalances within us. This is essentially a conflict initiated by our very own cells, our DNA turning renegade, defying the natural equilibrium. Let's probe a bit deeper into the biological factors. Q. How do biological factors influence depression? A. Biological factors refer to the hardware of our bodies. This includes our genetic predisposition, the chemical balances and imbalances in our bodies, and even our brain structure. These factors can play a significant role in determining who is more susceptible to depression. Then, there are the environmental influences. These embody the external factors, the conditions encircling us, our environment, the events we've lived through, and the trauma we've experienced. Q. How do environmental factors impact depression? A. Environmental factors refer to our surroundings and life events, including our upbringing, relationships, socioeconomic status, and any traumatic events. These elements can trigger depression in individuals who are already prone due to biological factors. However, it doesn't end there. Psychological factors also contribute a compelling chapter to the saga of this beast. They denote our mental and emotional state, our thoughts, our emotions, our fears, and our aspirations. These are the reverberations of our past and the specters of our present, pirouetting on the brittle glass of our psyche, fragmenting it bit by bit. Q. How do psychological factors affect depression? A. Psychological factors refer to our internal thoughts, feelings, and attitudes. These can include our self-esteem, how we react to life events, our coping mechanisms, and even our sleeping patterns. They can interact with biological and environmental factors to either protect against or contribute to depression. Depression defies generalization. It is not a uniform condition. The triggers are as varied as they are numerous, rendering each case a solitary combat. Ultimately, the causes of depression can be as distinctive as the individuals it torments. Sadly, there's a stigma around mental health and depression, but it's time we break that silence. It's time we discuss mental health openly, reducing the stigma and promoting understanding. If you're facing depression, seeking help from a mental health professional is crucial. Therapies, medications, and other treatments are available. There's no shame in asking for help. But professional help isn't the only tool in your arsenal. Self-help strategies can also manage depression. Self-care, regular exercise, healthy lifestyle choices, and maintaining social connections can all play a role in coping with depression. If you're supporting a loved one with depression, remember to approach them with empathy, active listening, and non-judgmental support. To inspire you, we've gathered stories from brave individuals who've navigated the depths of depression. Their journeys are proof that even in the darkest times, there's hope for recovery. In summary, depression is a serious but treatable mental health condition. It's important to seek professional help, utilize self-help strategies, and foster supportive relationships. Remember, you're not alone in your journey. We appreciate your time and attention today. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences. Remember, there are resources and helplines available if you or someone you know needs immediate assistance. Until next time, take care.